Hi, it's me again, Caroline. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm an expat, I'm also desperate. Reason being, my parental leave is coming to an end, and turns out there is one thing that I dread even more than going back to my 9 to 5 rat race, and it is being away from my child for the best part of the day while she's in daycare. So I thought, what do you do when you have paralyzing fear and anxiety? You film another video for YouTube that's probably gonna flop. So I've learned a thing or two in my new parenting journey, and maybe if I can help just one fellow future mom out, I'm already happy I made this video. So here are 4 things to be aware of if you think you might want to start a family someday. My generation has been lied to. Millennials, girls especially, we've been told we could have it all. The career, the social life, the house, the marriage, the perfect family, the hair, the clothes, the success. We were told we needed to focus on our education and career first and foremost, and nothing else was more important than that. It's true that having a job is important. Providing for yourself, being useful to society, it's commendable. I'm not debating that. I have a job. Everyone I know has a job. But take it from someone who's been in the job market for close to 15 years, who has changed career path more than once, and who's had multiple jobs. A job is a job.
This is the worst.
Even if you love what you do, it's still a job. It can bring meaning to your life. It can bring purpose in many, many ways, but only to a certain extent. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I think it's smart not to make your job your whole personality, your only source of joy. If you die today, your employer will likely replace you within a month. The reason I say this is because many of us wait for the perfect moment to have children. And the perfect moment is often tied to professional benchmarks. I was looking into these statistics found by a professor at the University of Rotterdam. You can find it on birthgap.org. Only a minority of women who are child-free are childless by choice. And then another minority is child-free by medical reasons. The vast majority, like 80%, did not choose to be child-free. It just happened to them. They ran out of time. And I don't know, I think that's truly heartbreaking. And I don't know, I attribute this to the lies we've been told. Go girl, you can do everything. You can be a doctor and still have an amazing social life. You can freeze your eggs. You have all the time in the world. Lies on top of lies. If being a mother is something you might want, know this, you're already running out of time. I feel like I should do this disclaimer. Not everyone wants this. Obviously, not everyone has to, and not everyone should become a parent. But a lot of us want to. And so it's smart to be mindful of our limited time and make intentional choices. We have to choose our regrets in life. I've said this before. A while back, Bloomberg magazine published this cover story. And it didn't age well. I have seen it, or maybe you've seen similar stories on pop culture, and maybe you were led to think that freezing your eggs is a viable plan B. Well, it turns out the lady on the cover issue appeared again recently on another news outlet, and the outcome is sad. Cruel twist of fate for single woman who froze her eggs in her 30s to free her career. Adams remember feeling a wonderful sense of freedom after she froze her eggs in her late 30s, despite the $19,000 cost. Her plan was to work a few more years, find a great guy to marry, and still have a house full of her own children. Things didn't turn out the way she hoped. In early 2017, with her 45th birthday looming and no sign of Mr. Right, she decided to start a family on her own. She excitedly unfroze her 11 eggs she had stored and selected a sperm donor. 2 eggs failed to survive the thawing process. 3 more failed to fertilize. That left 6 embryos, of which 5 appeared to be abnormal. The last one was implanted in her uterus. On the morning of March 7, she got the devastating news that it too had failed. Adams was not pregnant, and her chances of carrying her genetic child had just dropped to near zero. She remembers screaming like a wild animal, throwing books, papers, her laptop, and collapsing to the ground. So it's just sad. So yeah, egg freezing is incredibly expensive, and it doesn't always work like it's portrayed in the media. It's just something to keep in mind. You really don't know how you're gonna feel and think once your child is here. For example, I have always been the kind of person who said I would be a working mom. My mother is a working mom. Almost every woman in my family is. And I used to feel fine about daycare. Well, my baby is supposed to start at daycare next week, and I cannot tell you how desperate I'm feeling.
No, God! No, God, please!
I wake up every morning at 3 a.m. just thinking, how can I avoid this? I have nightmares about daycare. For the life of me, I would never imagine I would feel so awful about this very mundane part of parenting. I guess having a baby transforms you in ways that you couldn't expect. and no amount of planning can anticipate how you'll feel. Had I known I would feel this way, I could have started planning to be self-employed ages ago. The amount of time I wasted in my life writing resumes and cover letters could be used to write my business plan and just start a side hustle that could be my day job by now. Anyway, it's the weirdest feeling being pregnant. You're happy and you're hopeful and you have a vague idea of what's coming. Maybe you even have a pretty good idea of the future, but still, it's a rationalization. Nothing can prepare you for what you're going to feel, you know. So let that be a lesson. For me, I've changed my mind about kids once or twice. Yeah, like I first wanted kids all my life, and then in my early 20s I was like, maybe not, and then I was like, I don't know, and then approaching 30 I was like, yeah, definitely, that's definitely something I want. Not just about kids, I mean, actually my worldview, and I guess everybody's, changes pretty dramatically over the years. If you're younger than 25 and you are set and you know you don't want kids, that's fine. Good for you. It's your prerogative. But just know you may change your mind. And then, like, if you don't change your mind, good for you. It's your choice. It's your business. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. Period. If you're approaching 30 and you still don't know, no shaming here either. I mean, I'm 35 and I'm still figuring it out as I go. But because, you know, we already know that our time is limited as women, I would say hurry up. I don't know, like, do whatever it takes. Go to therapy, write a journal, you know, read, practice meditation, eat some mushrooms, whatever works. Try to connect to yourself on a deeper level. No judgments whatsoever, to figure out if a family is a possibility for you in the foreseeable future. And if it is, just go for it. It doesn't hurt to have your priorities sorted out. And if you're still here, thanks for watching. Leave me a comment below, share your thoughts, subscribe. Oh, and if you're pregnant or you're a new mama or a new dada, I sell a couple of printable journals that could be useful. So link in the description if you want to check it out. See you in the next one. Ciao. Well, it turns out the